Let's go, Fururo Erika. Detective Fururo Erika. As soon as Kano reaches this place, rescuing Battler isn't hard. The trick is as follows. Kano used some kind of escape trick X to reach the front of the guest room. While I was busy in the bathroom, Battler left the closet. Battler undid the chain lock. Battler went outside. Kanon entered in his place. Kanon set the chain lock. Kanon went into the closet. The end. This satisfies the two red truths about a chain lock being set and Battler's absence. And in exchange for this escape trick, Kanon remains inside the guest room. There's no room for argument on how tightly this room can act as a lock room. That chain is cursed. In this demonic lock room, one person must remain as a sacrifice for it to be acceptable. However, is such a simple theory really enough? The rescuer switched places with him, and the rescuer is hiding in the closet. No other sort of fury is possible. And yet, Battle thinks she can win. In that case, does some other trick exist? Well, I guess we could say that there is the possibility of somebody else being the one responsible and not Kanon, but that's totally not possible with the red, so it has something to do with how they did it. It's impossible. I swear in the history of the mystery genre that there's absolutely, definitely, categorically no other way. But I'd never be able to call myself a detective if I gave in here. Yes! Consider, imagine, don't stop thinking. That's how you drive blue wedges into witches. One thing I can think of. Yes. A wordplay trick. Can only be some kind of wordplay that just barely slips through the net of words spoken in red. Oh. In that case, I'll crush all possibilities. I'll crush them all with repetition requests. This final duel has already begun, even though we haven't pulled our triggers yet.
復唱要求バトラ救出時客室に入ったのはカノンのみである
認めようぞバトラ救出時客室に入ったのはカノンのみである
Okay. Do have to wonder what Erika is thinking here.
そういう話のつもりだが
復唱要求私の入室からロジックエラージまで私とバトラとカノン以外に入退室した者は存在しない
認めようぞそなたの入室からロジックエラージまで客室を出入りしたのはそなたとバトラとカノンのみだ
復唱要求それはすなわち3人のことである
認めようぞそなたとバトラとカノンで3人である
定義確認この3人の定義は体の数に等しいと考えていい3体が出入りをしたってことですよね
I've had enough of things being mixed about with names and number of people. I want this point to be clear.
無論だ3人すなわち3体が出入りした
Okay, well, sounds good thus far.
そなたとカノンは入ったのみバトラは出たのみすべての名は本人以外に名乗れないと赤き真実ですでに語っているよってエリカ、バトラ、カノンの名はいずれも本人にしか名乗れぬのだ
That every name has just one person that it belongs to. I've been thinking about this. Like she said the same thing in the last one. Like Erika can do something with that I think can be good. As long as she spuns things around and does a little bit of vice versa, flip the chessboard around with a particular sentence, if she were to think of it, in my eyes. Like, if she were to think of something like that, then could be something, but let's see where Erika is gonna go for here.
復唱要求。私は救出者ではない。
当然だ。そなたは探偵ではないか。安心せよ。わらわはそれを尊重する。
定義確認。救出者の定義とは？
This is also important. I want to immediately remove the possibility that I rescued him accidentally. Yeah, I guess that is a point.
救出者とはバトラの開けたチェーンロックを再びかけ直したものということにする。バトラを救う意志があったかどうかは問わないことにしておく。
Since you said after Battler did the chain lock, it's impossible for this to have occurred before I set foot in the room. After that point in time, I will not undo the chain for all eternity. After all, the game was suspended at that point. Therefore, it's impossible for me to have been the rescuer accidentally. More, I can boil it down even more. The chain can only be set from the inside. It's impossible for a person to escape on their own. Therefore, we know that Battler didn't escape by himself. And I'm not the rescuer. Only Kanon can be the rescuer. Plus, Bato has already said that Kanon is the rescuer in Red Shoe. Yep. There's nothing to doubt. There's no room for anyone but Kanon to be involved. At least, so far. Yeah. That is another thing that you can revisit when it comes to, well, even that doesn't work.
復唱要求。出入りの定義とは、客室と外部の境界をまたいだかどうかである。
認めようぜ。
復唱要求。客室とは、ベッドルーム、バスルーム、クローゼット内のすべてを含む。
認めようぜ。クローゼット内を客室でないと言い逃れる気などさらさらないわ。
定義確認。客室内とはベッドルーム、バスルーム、クローゼット内の3区分である。
わらわもその認識でいるぞ。そしてすでにそなたはベッドルーム、バスルームの2区分で誰も隠れていないことを赤き真実で確認したはずだ。
復唱要求。クローゼット内には誰かがいる。
拒否する。
どうして？
She does have to right to claim that.
カノンがそこに隠れているからですか？
カノンは魔法が使えるのだぞ。確かにクローゼットに一時姿を隠しはしたが、その後すぐに魔法で姿を消したのだ。だからクローゼット内には不在。よって復唱はできるわ。
それの復唱を再要求します。
バカ。魔女側には魔法で行ったことについて説明する義務はないわ。
No, it's completely obvious. There's no way she can say that cannot disappear with magic using the red truth. After all, magic doesn't exist. But is this enough? I've gone through every last minor detail, and yet there's an uncanny lack of dubious points. I can't imagine that there's any room for anything to go any different from the theory I've had since the beginning. Kano must be in the closet. He has to be. There's no way he isn't. I'll say it again. This locked room can only be escaped from by switching places with a rescuer. If Kanon tried to escape as well, another rescuer would be needed. However, no rescuer exists for Kanon. Balor escaped, so it's impossible for it to be him. And I won't undo the chain for all eternity. People who have gone in and out of the room have been confirmed both by name and number of people. Which means my theory is set in stone. Oh? First, here are the details of the situation that are certain. The game ended while I was inside the guest room, so I did not undo the chain lock that I had previously set. So it cannot be that he escaped behind my back after I left the room. Okay. Furthermore, the chain lock was set at the same time I entered the room. No one could have left the room during the few seconds between the time I entered and the time I set a chain. Okay. No one could have left the room during the few seconds between the time you entered and the time you set a chain. Yeah. I guess this does tackle an idea that I had before, I think. Or maybe it was with the rooms in the guest house. But nah, here... It was completely dark at one point when Erika entered. She could have set the chain like right then, but the culprit, not the culprit, but somebody could have already escaped through the room, while Erika was still looking at an empty room with darkness while she was setting the chain. So, yeah, I guess that pretty much denies it. I sealed the guest room at the time I examined Balor's corpse. So until I came again and broke the seals, it was absolutely impossible for anyone to go in or out. And therefore, it's certain that Balor was hiding somewhere inside the guest room at the time that I entered. The only chance Balor had to escape was after I broke the seals. To be even more specific, he had no chance to escape except for the time I was in the bathroom. By the above premises, Balor's trick to escape with the chain still set is as follows. For the aforementioned reasons, the only one who could have set a chain lock, which can only be set from the inside, and allow Balor's escape, is Kano, the only person to enter the room except for me and Balor. Okay. After Kano entered the room, he set a chain, hidden in the one place that he could hide inside the guest room, the closet. Whoa. That was close. Oh god. He almost caught me. He almost tricked me. And I cornered him in the closet. It's the opposite. They are trying to make me think he is in the closet. What was the order in which I searched the guest room? First, the bedroom. We confirmed with the red that there was nothing there. Then, the bathroom. We confirmed with the red that there was nothing there. That's it, right there. When we examined the bedroom, there was nothing there. However, while I was investigating the bathroom, Kano slipped out of the closet and hid again somewhere in the bedroom. Yeah, could very well be possible if you are to think like that. The whole movement of a ninja type thing. That was similar to Kinzo's study. In other words, the guarantee that no one was in the bedroom was torn apart after just 1 minute. I spotted it. And this is the witch's trap. An attempt to lure me into thinking that Kano's in the closet. The place he's really hiding is the bedroom. Ooh.
あんたのトリック。
That was a close one. If I'd gone and said there was nowhere to hide except inside the closet, I should have said, "Too bad, the closet is empty." Huh? No, wait. It was the same way in reverse. see. Now I get it. It's an interchangeable logic trick. Damn that battle. So, in resolving the logic error, she's discovered this strange trick. Funny, I noticed the closet. She'll have Kanon hide under the bed. And if I only notice the bed, she'll have Kanon hide in the closet. Oh, that's true. Both are correct, and yet choosing either one means losing. I have to expose both at the same time, or it isn't checkmate. So you basically have to confirm that Kanon is not in either the closet or the bed, or like in the bedroom first, I think. Incredible. I've heard of such an unfair trick. If this was a magician's stage trick, it'd just be a cheap one. If it was a mystery, it'd just be cheating. However, in this witch's game, it is a legitimate logic trick. In chess, it'd be called a double check. No, a discovered attack. Yeah, like no matter which move you do for your piece, like either to the right or to the left, it will be attacked by somebody no matter what. No, a discovered double checkmate. Even though this sort of logic would be a foul trick in the mystery genre, in this world where witches wage war with mystery, what a regal position it is. The beautiful placement of the black pieces cornering my white king. Feels almost like art. A work of such beauty that if I were a god in the age of myth, I may wish to display it in the sky as a constellation. Whoa! That beauty even brought tears to my eyes. So beautiful. Like, if I were to have one day a child and a wife, have our own home and such, and one day we decide to look at the sky in the night, see the stars, I'll point my child to that one constellation in the air. Look, son, that constellation is called Erika's ham. For the first time, I feel honored to have been allowed to participate as a human in a game of truth against the witch. And ironically, it taught me, a person who has always believed that there is only one truth. That truth isn't necessarily always singular. Whoa! Yeah, if I just broaden my perspective, I can see a completely different truth. And though each of those truths are true, both are incorrect if they are all you can see. In my life until now, so how many truths have I turned my eyes away from? Because I was blinded by some trivial truth. This is the truth of the world.
真実は一つしか存在しないというおごりが、たった一つの真実を見つけただけで、それ以外の真実から私たちを盲目にしてしまう。ありがとう、ベアトリーチェさん。まさか魔女にこの世界の真理を教えられるとは思いませんでした。
Jesus. Slowly, with a soft and gentle motion, like a flower opening, with a morning dew dripping down its side, Erika raised her gun. Oh!
私の勝ちです。あなたのダブルチェック見切りました。
ならば
バトラの客室失踪トリックは以下の通りです。バトラは私の室内探索中、クローゼット内に隠れていました。 そしてバスルームの騒ぎの間にチェーンを外し室外へ脱出しました。この時廊下にはカノンが待機していました。カノンは入れ替わりで客室に入りチェーンを施錠しました。これがバトラ失踪のトリックです。そしてその後彼はベッドルーム内に隠れました。私がベッドルームに不審者がいないことを確認した後のことですのでそれは有効です。よって救出者カノンはベッドルームに潜伏しています。
Erika's blue bullet flew in a strange arc, became a wedge of the blue truth, and pierced straight down through the bed and the floor beneath. Beato didn't pull her trigger. However, she did quietly argue back with the red truth.
ベッドルームにカノンは存在しない。
The gold attendees gasped. It appeared as though Erika had been defeated, denied by the red truth. The goats who can't see more than a single truth. It probably looks as though I've lost.
次が本命です。これが並び立つ真実を知り得た人間の答えです。どうやら幻想物語では第二の晩までが終わってるみたいですし、ならば私が残りの晩を遂行して黄金鏡への扉を開いてあげましょう。あなたが負けて消えるならばそれは黄金のバラに包まれてがふさわしい。
The fires of blue truth flashed at Erika's feet, and she loaded the blue truth bullet once more. The gold-flung blue power was now making her entire gun burn with a blue flame. She wasn't aiming for battle. She was aiming behind battle. At the closet.
ベッドルームを否定したならばもう逃げ場はここしかない。
Yeah, it is as I thought before. In order for her to choose either one, the first one has to be denied. Since she denied the bedroom, she can choose the closet freely.
死ねカノン。
The 5 wedges of blue truth she released grazed Beato's cheeks, hair, and shoulders. Then pin-cushioned the door to the closet, to gouge whatever human was inside to death. The 5 wedges slammed into the door in a vertical line. In other words, on the 4th twilight, gouged the head and kill. On the 5th twilight, gouged the chest and kill. On the 6th twilight, on the 7th twilight, on the 8th twilight, gouge and kill and kill and kill. After being gouged by so many thick and sharp wedges, the human inside wouldn't stand a chance. Okay, Beato, what comes next?
これが私の暴く真実です。以上。
When she proclaimed that she had finished, the 5 blue wedges piercing the closet disappeared. However, the many large splinter holes left behind showed that it had indeed been pierced. Then, as though this had concluded the ceremony that led to the Golden Land, the space that was the constructed guest room became countless golden flower petals and drifted away. Now, the duelists and the crowd of attendees were surrounded by the golden rose garden of the Golden Land. Oh! However, the closet behind Beato remained. It stood there all by itself. Like a coffin. Then, as though teased open by a desolate wind, the whole covered closet door slowly opened. Oh! Inside was a human figure. That figure was covered up to the head by what appeared to be a greenish-gray robe. Of course, that also had large holes showing that it had been stabbed into. Oh. Eventually, it became clear that this was not a robe, but a raincoat. He had rushed here from the guest house, and there would be nothing strange about him wearing this into the guest room. Then, with a rustle, the raincoat lost its human shape, crumpled, became a cloud of gold butterflies, and disappeared. Inside the coffin in the closet, nothing remained except an empty darkness. Oh! Oh! The attendees let out a cheer. Vegeta's group couldn't help but scream and shout in joy. Alright! Beatrice has won! I am happy for Beatrice, but the Seven Sisters jumped about in celebration. Then, at the same moment, the two demons proclaimed Beatrice's victory. The head's ring worn by Erika was slowly crumpling to the ground, and the cursed ring on Beatrice's finger both burst. At the same time, Better coughed violently. Better was starting to regain consciousness. Bato lashed onto the coughing Better in joy. Vegeta, Gap and Ronoe did the same. Never! All the seven sisters also crowded about him in delight.
ひでえトリックだ。こんなので通ると思ってんのか。こんなトリックじゃまた人間どもがこんなのミステリーじゃねえって騒ぎ出すぜ。
Yeah, you know, this is something that I'm definitely gonna have to think about after this. Like, I think that with the mystery of how Kanon escaped from the guest house, I still have a solution when it comes to Bato's red shoes and all that, if I were in Erika's place and all that. Like, Bato definitely offered a good mystery on that, so I give her kudos for that. And especially for this one, because here, it definitely makes me contemplate on this, as expected from Bato.
リカ卿、エリカ卿、誰か手当てを早くです。
I hope that she's gonna be okay. That also blood in Erika's chest wouldn't stop opening its petals.
第3度概念否定症。存続系中和剤は不可。大至急の最短承認でのみ中和可能。駒の主の最短承認が必要なり。
ベルンカステル卿、最短のご許可を。ベルンカステル卿、どちらに？
式典警備隊に捜索要請。ベルンカステル卿を探したまえ。
She is quite something, isn't she?
了解であります。オールシエスタ、データリンク、捜索体制。卑劣。主が駒の決闘を見届けないなんて卑劣が過ぎると知れ。
After learning that her master was already nowhere to be seen, Erika, who was being held by Delnor, didn't feel lonely. On the contrary, she was relieved that she wouldn't need to be brutally scalded in the last moments of her life. No last moments of her life, thingy. You're not gonna do this on me here. Hey, you shut it.
高潔。悪役ってのはきっちり無様に散って主品を盛り上げなきゃです。
I'm not anyone's piece anymore. I can finally control my own role.
エリカ卿、動いてはいけません。下がりなさい。下がれ
When Erika yelled with all her soul, those who surrounded her flinched back and fell on their butts.
私は真実の魔女フルトエリカ。真実の魔女とは真実に耐える魔女です。私はようやく自分の本当の真実を受け入れられそうなんです。
The toxin of her own concept being denied raced through her. Her vision was already starting to blur. At the other end of her twisted range of vision were Battler and Battle, hugging each other and looking at her. Erika? Her expressions are firm. And that's okay. Pity and sympathy would only make me look more pathetic. And that sort of expression is a loser's greatest salvation.
エリカ卿、もう決闘は終わっています。
終わってないんだ。
死が二人を分かつまで
誰にも彼女の散り際を汚せない。
And the two demons grabbed Eleanor's shoulders and held her back. Dripping blood, breathing heavily, and with an awkward gait, Erika walked towards Battle and Better despite it all. As the blood dripped from her, it became golden flower petals, which drifted away. So, as she walked, she looked both divine and beautiful. And the duel wouldn't end until one of them died. So even though the outcome was clear, it wasn't over. Battle and Battler told the people bunched around them to step back, and they both walked forward to face the noble loser.
エリカ、
復活おめでとうございます。あんた長男の層を持ってますよ。ろくな女に好かれやしない。
そうだな。俺もろくな女に惚れね
ベアト、いいえ、あんたたちに頼みが。
もう人たちを望むのですか？
えな。エリカ、
受けようぞ。そなたの高潔なる申し出を断る無粋をわらわたちは持たぬ。
Okay, well, to be honest, I don't know what this will mean, but alright.
ありがとう。
As her consciousness began to waver, Erika raised her gun again. She pointed it at the two of them. Bato also raised her gun to point at Erika. Then Bato placed his hand on hers. Oh!
もう決着してるのに、これ以上何の論点があるというのです。
エリカ様。
私はなぜ何の力にもなれずここに。見届けなさい。それが親友の仕事でしょ。
Both sides silently loaded their bullets of truth, without saying a word. The color packed into each barrel was red. Though neither side spoke, did they both know what trump card the other would use?
最後に自己紹介しとこうと思いまして。
What's she saying? This late into the game, no one could imagine what red truth Erika had loaded. Oh, this is probably going to be something explosive, isn't it? Well, on one end, I am really glad for Erika, but on the other hand, I hope that Better and Bato are going to be cautious about this.
ベアト、いいのか？
はい、構いません。
わかった。
せめて最後の引き金は一緒に。
わかってるぜ。
Matter placed his own hand on top of the finger that Bato had around the trigger.
バトラさん、会えてよかった。
俺たちは永遠にずっと一緒だ。
イチャイチャと見せつけてくれます。イラついてきてたんです。やっぱお涙で退場は私の好みじゃないです。やっぱ悪役は最後の最後までこういう面でなきゃ。
いい面構えだぜ。
Alright. I'm liking this.
お前との結婚生活もヘドが出るくらい楽しかったかもな。
当然です。毎日のけぞらせまくってベアトさんなんか忘れさせてあげるくらいの快楽の世界に閉じ込めてあげたのに。
お前ごとき小娘、バトラを虜にするにはまだ1000年早いわ。
ああ、あんたの顔もそれが一番キュートです。お互い最後はこういう顔がいいですよね。
来い。
これが探偵フルドエリカの最後の捨て台詞、そして自己紹介です。はじめまして、こんにちは。探偵フルドエリカと申します。招かれざる客人ですが、どうか歓迎を。我こそは来訪者、六軒島の18人目の人
間。申し訳ないが、
そなたを迎えても
17人だ。
あなたはきっと信じない夢が無限だった存在を恐れてきっと信じない今も語りかけて in your heart それでもずっと信じない愚か閉ざしきった愛情が私を悪い魔女にただ駆り立てる彼と夢見た奇跡は奪い去られ